Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have yet another planner set up. This time it is the Hobonichi original, which is the A6 size. For the first time ever, I have bought a planner cover from Hobonichi themselves. This is the Tragan cover. I'm not going to spend too long on the cover itself other than what I'm currently using it for, because I will probably do a separate video reviewing this just because I haven't seen many reviews and it is a fairly new kind of cover type for Hobonichi. But this planner is my memory keeping planner for the year. It's slightly different to how I've used a planner before, with kind of a combo of scrapbooking and then journaling and memory keeping kind of all in one, which I will take you through. So I'm still kind of finding my feet with it, but that is part of the reason why I wanted the Tragan specifically, because one thing that I love about this is it has this pocket at the front, which is a zip pocket. It then has a pocket at the back here, which is just a slip pocket, and then it does have a good amount of storage space in terms of some card pockets here, although some of them are a bit longer than card size, and also a pocket at the back. So in terms of kind of collecting ephemera and bits of memories to kind of keep to one side so that when I sit down and do some journaling or scrapbooking or whatever it is, this is well kind of set to hold all of that, so I don't have it kind of spread about the place even. So that's kind of why I wanted to go for this cover, just because of all the storage really. And so far so good. I travelled with it last week. I didn't really do much in the way of actual kind of memory keeping while I was away, but the space provided me somewhere to kind of keep everything together as and when I collected it, so that when I came home and kind of did all of my memory keeping for the trip, it was all there ready to go, and then I just had to basically organise it. In terms of the kind of basic setup of the planner, as I'm going to say in all of my planner setup videos, I don't do a huge amount of decoration. I have kept it quite minimal in here as well. I've literally put a sticker from Rabbit Island from when I went last year on the front here, and then just added a little bit. This is just a bit of washi tape and some stickers. Looked cute, I liked it. And then that's it, literally nothing else basically. Onto the proper kind of setup and into the nuts and bolts of the planner. This is the yearly overview page. This is kind of, I don't necessarily need it, but I didn't want to not use it, and actually what I'm using it for, it's kind of a handy place to have it, and all I'm using it is for tracking of holidays. So it's very kind of small to see, but basically the little purple dot is bank holidays in the UK, which I don't work any bank holidays. They come out of my holiday allowance, but you get holiday to cover it. So that's just in there for any bank holidays. And then I'm also using this to track actual booked holiday from work. So at the minute I have penciled in when I'm planning to take some holiday in April, and I'll just use this to kind of track holiday taken, holiday left. I'll probably have like a sticky note, because our holiday year resets at the end of March, so I'll just probably have a sticky note just kind of tracking how many hours I've got left. We have a bit of a funny way of doing holidays. We have a 4.5 day working week, which means keeping an eye on the hours is quite important. So that's what I'm going to use this spread for. It's a bit of a random one in terms of keeping it in this planner rather than say my main planner, but I don't need to refer to it a huge amount, so it's just nice having it somewhere, and it doesn't need to be kind of in my daily driver planner. I'm using just the two little Cocoa Fusion tabs that I have mentioned in previous videos. They're just smaller than the usual size and work really nicely with this kind of colour scheme with the dark cover. That's all there is to mention on that. You then go into the other kind of yearly overview page, and I'm using this as a habit tracker this year. So I'm using my blue purple mild liner just to tick off, or rather dot off, what I've done and when. Very simple, straightforward. I have my habits along the top. I'm also tracking my weight in here when I jump on the scales. I don't do it every day, and so I have enough space to kind of write it in. And then also something new for this year, I'm just marking off when I change my nail colour. I do my own gel nails, and I do need to write in the colour, but I'm just using this to basically track how long each manicure lasts, and also kind of the colour name, so I don't end up repeating the same, because I will probably end up having yellow nearly every other time if I don't kind of keep an eye on it, and I do have quite a few colours, so I do want to change it up. So far so good in this. I mean, it doesn't look great in terms of the habit so far, but I was in Canada last week and I've been very ill this week with a chest infection, hence why I sound a bit croaky. But it's been nice to have all my habits in one place alongside other important bits around kind of weight tracking and things like that. And I think I'll really get into my groove with this probably from Feb, but it's been a good start, and I've lost weight so far this year. So although it doesn't look like I've, you know, had a great time in terms of exercise and step goal, because that's these two here, so far so good, shall we say. Next up, so that's kind of, those are the two kind of more functional bits of this planner, which again might seem a bit odd not to have in my daily planner, but I'm trying to develop a bit of a daily journaling, memory keeping habit. So actually having this that I sit down and refer to before I do that, it helps me, because if I have to go into this every day to update my habits, then it's already open, I'm already in the planner, and therefore going through and doing my kind of memory keeping bits in theory should actually be a little bit easier. And actually I am definitely finding that you know, my main planner sits out on my desk and I refer to that throughout the day or whatever, and then just at the end of the day coming and sitting here, updating my habits, and then flicking onto the next bits and doing those bits of the planner, the habit stacking is working. We'll see how that goes, but so far, like I say, so good. So yeah, it might feel a bit random, but actually it's for a specific purpose, and also because I'm using this spread in the cousin for something else which I didn't want to change, and so this just felt right to put in here. But yeah, that's kind of just a side note in case you're kind of thinking, I'm sure she said memory keeping, this is not memory keeping. Into the monthly spread though, and then we do get into a bit of memory keeping. So this is something that I've actually tried in the past in my cousin, maybe last year or the year before. I have a huge amount of stickers. So this is just one of my sticker folders of various stickers I have. I don't use a huge amount of stickers in my planning anymore, and there's no point in me destashing them because a lot of them are just kind of part sheets and things like that. And I had this monthly spread and thought actually this would be a really cool way to kind of just visually see the month, and it's not necessarily even the highlight of the day or the main thing of the day, it's just a sticker a day that I can look back and go, oh yeah, it snowed that day, or oh, that was the day we went to Niagara Falls, or I was packing orders that day. And it's a cool way to kind of use up some stickers that would just be kind of sat collecting dust potentially otherwise, but then also a really cool visual representation of my month, and really easy to catch up with or really easy to maintain rather, because it's literally just flicking through, finding a sticker that means something to the day, boom, done. The tabs that I've used for this planner, because it is a smaller planner, these are the Midori ones, which I will leave a link, but they're just the very slim rainbow coloured Midori ones that you can kind of pretty much find everywhere. I didn't have a use in mind for them when I picked them up in Japan, but again, it just works with the whole colour scheme, with the Cocoa Fusion tabs. Yeah, really like it. And that's kind of all I've done to mark up the month. Then going into the dailies, so I haven't done anything with the spread. I have my goals in my cousin in this spread, so I haven't used this for anything. I don't think I probably will, just because I'm not going to make up something just for the sake of it. It's 2 pages, I don't mind it being blank. Onto the monthly kind of blank page. So in case you haven't seen a Hobonichi kind of cousin or A6 before, they have a blank page at the start of every month that doesn't have any grid, it's just completely blank. In my cousin, I'm using it for budget planning, but for this, I'm probably going to be using it for kind of a monthly highlight thing. So I'm thinking, because I don't have a huge amount of space each day, I might just use this page just to kind of print out a few pictures, because I've got a Canon printer that can kind of do mini collages. So I was thinking it might be cool just to do kind of a couple of mini collages of some of the kind of highlights of the month, of either things that were really, really cool or things where they were cool but they didn't quite make the cut to fit on the page. So I'm going to put them in here so they don't necessarily, you know, get completely forgotten about, like a funny picture of the dog or something like that. can just go on here if it hasn't made it on there. So that's the idea for that. Obviously we're still in the middle of January, so I haven't filled that in yet. Then in terms of the dailies, so this is a bit of a mishmash of things really. It's first and foremost my scrapbook. So anything cool that happens that I want to take pictures of, you know, restaurant trips, holidays, things like that, this will all go in here. That is the priority. Over and above that, there will just be kind of some light memory keeping. So, you know, maybe nothing of note happened for the day, but I will just kind of write what did happen. That will go in here. And then if I don't have any memory keeping at all, then I will find alternative uses. One of which will be just some light collaging, you know, a bit of kind of art journaling, I guess you might want to call it. What's the word? Junk journaling, a bit of that, just something that there's something, just so that there is something on every page. I want to be able to kind of flick back through and just have something cool to look at, whether it's, yeah, a memory of the day or just something decorative. And then I am kind of doing a few different bits and pieces as I get an idea. So this, for example, this is just some artists that I've supported in the past year with where I've either bought, so this was a artist who Matt bought me some of their prints for Christmas, and in the package came one of these stickers, so use that here. Milk Tea Danny I ordered from a few weeks ago. I think I mentioned the haul in the channel, or on the channel. And then this is Inky Paper House, who I've bought some stuff from in the past year, but they also did this cool little sticker set. And so I just wanted to do a page kind of dedicated to some cool artists that I've been supporting in the past year. I've also done, where was it? Quite recently, I did basically like a sticker dashboard almost of random stickers that I'm probably not going to use because I've either got loads of them or it's just like a random one left from a sheet and I just want to use up the sheet. I thought that would be, again, a cool way of using up some stickers and just filling a page, and that's it really. I'm not putting myself under a huge amount of stress. It's just fill a page and put something on there, get something colourful, write something, even if it's literally just a sentence, but just, yeah, get something on there. I then have this pencil board. I bought this while I was in Japan. At the same time I bought all of this because, like, I don't actually own an A6 pencil board because it's a size that I've kind of flipped in and out of every so often, so I just use this to mark the day that I'm up to. And that's it. And yeah, I'm 3 weeks in. I just need to do last night's because I didn't get around to it because I was doing a load of orders that needed to go out today. But I've been pretty good at keeping up to it. Like I say, when I was in Canada, I took it and I collected ephemera and bits and pieces, but I actually sat and did it all when I came home, partly because I wanted to print the pictures out, and I didn't take my camera with me because I kind of suspected that I wouldn't get the time to keep up with it, and I didn't, but I wanted to bring it just in case. And yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's a nice mix. I'm only a few weeks in, so in terms of kind of the thickness of it, it's not too bad. It will be interesting to see kind of when I get halfway through what happens. Do I find that I'm really struggling to write on it? Because one thing with the pencil board is it does help keep a nice flat surface, but we'll see kind of when we get into June, does it become a bit of a problem writing on this side? But I'm really enjoying the size. I have done something similar previously when I used kind of my cousin as a scrapbook, but the page was just too big, which when I'm going on holiday, filling an A5 page with everything that I've done is very, very easy. In fact, sometimes it's not enough, but on a day-to-day basis, A5 is far too much. So I thought A6 is a smaller size, something that's easy to maintain, particularly when I'm not on holiday, because I'm only on holiday, you know, a few weeks of the year, and I can spread out over a few pages if I need to. So kind of when I was in Canada, I probably spread out over a few different pages rather than necessarily this is exactly what I did on this day, for example. And I'll just be able to kind of, you know, be a bit more fluid with it because I've got, you know, I've got the pages to do that, but it does just mean that I'm not looking at a big A5 page that I'm really struggling to fill on a nothing day when all I've done is worked and come home and gone to sleep. So that's the planner. That's the setup. like I say, really enjoying it so far. I will follow up with a review on this later once I've been in it a little bit longer. If you do have any particular questions about this planner that you want me to include in the review, please just drop it in the comments and I'll make sure I, you know, have a look at those before I do the review. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you did, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye.